Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, we all in this samsara, we going in a journey. So that journey always depend on the moment that whatever the decision you take, that journey is not depend on your past. So even though we know that we have tomorrow, that tomorrow not going to depend according to whatever you have done yesterday. Always your tomorrow going to depend on what you're going to do in this very moment. So that is the very first barrier that you have to break and come out of it. When we look at the Buddha's life, when he was in the palace as Prince Siddhartha, look how much comfort that he had as a prince. He had a very luxurious life. And all the facilities was around him. Even the kingdom, the power almost belonged to him because the father was ready to crown him as the king. But still, he get out of it. And he get out of it and he went to different schools. And he studied that everything, and even there are a lot of schools, mainly 2 schools, offered him to become the master of that school to and take care. And as we know, Alara Kalama and the son of the Uttagarama. So when even he didn't stop there. And then even he went to practice this asceticism. 6 years. Went through all the hard, difficult practice. And even though he was practicing very difficult way, that all other 5 ascetics around him helping and encourage him to go towards that way. That is the only people used to be with him. And they all encourage and provide everything necessary, whatever the things for him, and stay with him. So it kind of like even he went to that kind of very difficult asceticism, that around that there was kind of like a comfort. Why? Because there were other 5 and helping and appreciating, cheering him. So like that. Look at what, forget about the attaining to the Buddhahood. Look at as an ordinary person, what kind of mindset and lifestyle that he carried. That is very important. Always he had the attitude to come out of the comfort zone and to go to the next level to fulfill his inner satisfaction. So that is a kind of will that you have to develop. It is not a kind of like a ego, becoming an egocentric person. But yourself, you have to be a person to be satisfied at least for yourself, to be who you are. But mostly ourselves, we become debtors and some other people overtake our life. And you have no the freedom inside you mostly. Even with the inside, even the outside. The society, culture, tradition, religions, politics, and this everything. Put all the ideas to inside us, and real life we cannot experience today. It is very difficult. Even during that time also the same. That's why, see, even that he didn't have, as a Prince Siddhartha, he didn't have any freedom to be who he want to be. So why? Because the father itself decide what he should be. It's the same thing. It is 2600 years ago that what happened. The same thing happening today also, everywhere around us. So then always remember to get out of the comfort zone. That is the one of the important thing, because otherwise we cannot get into the liberation. So before we get into this spiritual liberation in conventional life as a person, it is your responsibility to develop that mindset. Why? Because when you are able to conventionally find your path, that will guide you to get into the spiritual development. In conventional life, if you bound to this all the culture, traditions, and all other methods and believing systems like that way, and who you are, what going to come out of you, and even in day-to-day life, what you going to experience. So because we are prisoners, and we are prisoners ourselves, and what we does, we go to religion, and we go to um, kind of some other things, and then when they are, we become another prisoner. So we go from prison to another prison. Maybe we cannot see it is why, because that prison become bigger than this smaller prison. So as example, ourselves, we are in a prison, and then we go to religion or practice meditation, and maybe that cage is so big, and then you become more comfortable. It seems like the zoo, that nowadays you see that the animals stay in this outside, and they feel like they are free, but it is a more open zoo, and there is a huge wall around the forest, and they don't see. Maybe electric line go around the the forest, they don't see, they trap inside. So we also the same like that mentally. For the moment we feel happy, for the moment we feel joy, for the moment we feel comfortable, and everything around us, even we do bad things, other people cheer us. Even we do wrong things, other people appreciate us. So then we feel more safe with the whatever around us. Even with your friends, do whatever the nasty things, and they say they appreciate that. When you say lies and when you do wrong things, people appreciate. Even in the smaller scale, and in a family we will do the same. In the little but larger scale, in the villages do the same. As a country, the same. As a country, sometimes same thing happening. So why? Because that we in a large prison, we don't say. So we go with it. We go with it. So the meditation is one thing. It take you out from this all the prisons. It's not going to take you from this prison, and it's not going to take you to another prison and put you there. It completely try to make you free. Not about, I don't know about other meditation, because we no need to talk about that. What I'm telling about this samatha and vipassana in Buddha's teaching. That is what it giving you complete freedom to what? To observe and recognize. Because once you clearly recognize, that recognition going to bring you understanding. What you understand deeper inside you, and it going to come out of you. No, there's no one can take that away. No one can hold that. So that's why yourself, whatever you have, remember, around you. So don't be a prisoner and try, look yourself. Is this you want? Are you completely free? Are you completely happy? So go with it. It is good. It's a blessing for you. You are so lucky to have that. But in case, if not the way that you want, if something else happen in you, if there is a deeper fear or the unhappiness, sadness, worry, if deeper in very personal life, if things go wrong, and if things unbalance, even you cannot talk to anybody, even you cannot call 911 and tell this is happening to you like this way. If there is no way there's any emergency can take that pain out, then you have to think, because it is your own responsibility. Why you have to go with that pain? Why you want to go with that unhappiness or the unsatisfaction? Get out of it. It doesn't matter. It is a palace that you live, and you are the king. Get out of it. That is the very basic lesson that the before even the Buddha attained to the Buddhahood. That is the very basic lesson that he gave. And not going to the box and not going to the cage from one cage. And even wherever you go, and maybe other people will offer a lot of things. But if it is not what you want, don't stop there. Maybe you get into relationships and you have husband, wife, children, friends, and family members. But maybe they are appreciate you. But if you really recognize something deeper in your heart, something missing, remember, somewhere you start to get kind of like unbalanced unhappiness. To fix that, what you're missing is only way is clarity, understanding. So that is why this meditation is necessary every day. Try to do a little bit. It is for you. It is nothing to do with the Buddha. He came to world 2600 years ago. He passed away, and then all these enlightened masters came and they passed away. It doesn't matter you do this or not. The teaching is going to be here, and another Buddha going to come again after eons. This will go. It's nothing to do with the Buddha. So we don't carry missionary that the vision to change people or teach people, and it doesn't work. We cannot teach people. We cannot give a religion, or we cannot offer a believing system. It doesn't work. So what works? What the Buddha's really that the intention was, allow you to be free yourself and start to look yourself. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, whatever the religion, whatever the culture, tradition you follow, but yourself. Keep that freedom inside. And if the God created you, and maybe if he watching that he also going to be happy if you start to do like that way. Why? Because it's same like parents. Look, if your parents, raise you and give everything to you, and if you are still bothering to your parents, and it is not nice. So then if you are able to take care of yourself wherever in this world, then your parents going to be happy. Same like whoever, if somebody create you, if you believe so, just get into like that. If somebody created you, why you still go behind it? Because now you have your everything. What else you want? Nothing. So then take care of yourself. So when you take care of yourself, what is the best thing, that the most important thing? When you see something, when you hear something, when you smell something, when you taste something, when you feel something, when you think something, are you free? Are you completely free? Or uh, if somebody show you this pen and tell, believe this is as a pen. And there are a lot of people do that. And some people say things and you have to believe it. You cannot say no. Even you know it is not like that, you have to tell it is yes. With the smell also the same. You cannot say no. There are people and say, look, this is so beautiful. You cannot say no. Even you feel, look in a very simple way, in day-to-day life. Even you feel like it is not nice smell, you have to tell, oh yes, it is so nice. And there are moments come in your life. You cannot eat, there's no taste. And sometimes it is kind of like difficult to eat, but still you have to tell, oh yes, this is so sweet. And there are people associate and you don't like them, you cannot be with them, but still you have no options, you cannot escape from them. You have to tell, oh, you are so good, so I like you, so like that you have to be with them, telling lies. That is what I'm trying to point out. Why you become like that? From where it came? Maybe you think this is my karma. No, no, this is not that karma. Forget about it. There is a karmic part, but there is something else. You missing that. That's why it's like the key. It doesn't matter, even your house, you miss the key, maybe you going here and they are calling to somebody. No, you cannot get into that. It is very small, a very small piece, 2-3 inches. But maybe huge house, mansion, but you cannot get into that. Same like, and thinking also the same. You have to think according to some other people. If you don't think like that way, they're going to be crazy. So it doesn't matter, you don't like it, you have to believe it like that way. Otherwise, some people, they not allow you to, so then you have to believe. So that is, so look, it is a prison. So in day-to-day life, with the small step around you, look yourself, are you free? Or are you cage, or are you going to another cage believing you are free? Even look, sometimes even with ourselves, with monks, we give up our parents, our village, all whatever the things we loved, we give up that everything. And sometimes, that our personal life and our temples and even our countries, we give up that all and, far away. And then how about if I start to, attach to something little, what the point? If I cannot give up something so little and I hold it to something, what the point that what I give up and then hold it to this? So same thing happen in everywhere, even in the meditation, the same. And sometimes we want the peace and calmness and comfort, but then later we addicted to meditation. And we addicted to spirituality, the name. So then what happened? We going to one prison to another prison, one cage to another cage. So then remember to keep the inner freedom always. Develop that. It is a skill you have to develop day by day, day by day, day by day. To develop that is keep the awareness, clarity inside you, never bound to any thoughts, and keep the freedom. It doesn't matter whatever the relationship you have, whatever the position you hold in a family, and whatever the place you are, always keep that inner freedom. And every day, don't allow anything to overtake that inner freedom. And don't be a bias yourself to ideas or things inside you. Maybe in the social, in the outside, you cannot go against anything. You don't need to go against anything. Why? Even going against anything, you cannot change. But deeper inside you, keep the clarity. There is a moment come. It's like the seed. If the seed is good, if you preserve it in a right way and keep it, and then the moment come, when the season come, when it get into the right flow, the ground, it going to grow. But the thing is this, if the seed die, if, if the seed become empty, it doesn't matter you find the right ground or the right place soiled. When you drop into that soiled, what will come? Nothing. That's why when you keep this in a practice, so one day there is a moment come. It's like the right season and the soiled. And right away, once it drop into that, it going to come. It's like during Buddha's time, there was a lot of people in front of the Buddha. They didn't understand anything. Even they had conversations with the Buddha. They didn't understand anything. But there were some people just hearing the Buddha, just seeing the Buddha, just his appearance, even without any single word, no any communication, they able to transform their life. They attain to enlightenment. So how? Because they preserve the seed with the right good skills and qualities. They never allow it to die itself in their heart. So that's why it is your responsibility. Don't point out to anybody. It is your personal responsibility. Keep the inner freedom. It doesn't matter whatever this outside condition in the world or whatever the other people's behavior. No matter what, keep your heart clear. Keep it clean. When the time comes, when the right season, it will transform you. But it is your responsibility. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. That will help to keep the seed in a good shape, in a good, with the nourishment. Practicing, consistency, again and again, and try to apply it in day-to-day life. And so that way, implementation, consistency and implementation, consistency and implementation, and then there is no way, then no one can stop you. So that's why try to keep that inner freedom inside you and every day. So wherever you go, whatever you do with your bodily, verbally and mentally action, and do your best, and don't allow anyone to, with your whatever you see, whatever you hear, smell, taste, but that the feel or think, don't allow anyone to overtake that your senses. So if you become wise, you can keep that freedom. If you not become mindful, if you're not wise, remember that even there is no anything single moment you're going to experience the freedom. That's the very nature of the world. So physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, that is the same thing. So it is your own responsibility to find that inner freedom. So that is the Buddha's real message. Even before he attained to the Buddhahood, if you look at his lifestyle, and that is what he tried to teach silently. And so to get into that level, you have to have some courage. So develop that every day, day by day, day by day. So with that, there was a great poet, Rumi, and one day he was traveling through a village, And he saw this group of young people so tired. And then he sat with them and had a conversation and asked, "Why are you so tired?" "Oh, Master, we try to find water and we digging a well." Oh, the Rogi told, "Oh, that's good. So you didn't find the water?" "No, still didn't find water." "So do you know in this place there's water?" "Of course there are water. There are some other places they found water. We know here's water. So then why in your well you didn't find?" "Don't know, still we keep doing digging. So then the Rumi told, "Okay, let's meet, see." And then he went to the place where they digging the well. And what he saw? More than 10 wells and only 10 feet. And then everywhere, little holes, only 10 feet. And the Rumi understood that and asked, "Why you do this?" "No, because in the other well and other side, and when we dig the 10 feet, we found the water. But here, we digging 10 feet and we couldn't find. And now more than 10 wells. And look, the strength and all the time that is spent, 10 feet. And now they dig almost more than 10 wells. So how about they put that all the strength to one well, and how deep that well? More than 100 feet. So the same thing happened to us. We practice meditation, we start something, we want to do something, we want to change our life something in a different way. We start. Then what we does? In a certain level, we give up. There is a hard time come, and in that hard time come, we give up. We give up. And then go and start with the lazy part. And then we give up. So like that, we will never get the success in life. So then you yourself remember, when you start something, keep going, get it to the bottom, and then you will see. Before you get into the bottom, don't take a decision on the way and thinking. And maybe if you have enough wisdom to understand it doesn't work, it is okay. But because of the laziness or looking for your comfort, don't change decisions. It's never going to work. Why? Because always the wisdom, even in the practicing meditation, see that we go meditation window shopping sometimes. We go to ashram, temples and places, retreat. It's like a meditation window shopping. We go and other people sit, and we also just go a little bit and sit like that, and we feel good. So don't get into that. Get into one technique and go deeper into the bottom of that technique. Get into one kamatahana and go deeper. When the difficulties come, don't give up it, because that is the very nature of it. Even in your personal life, if you want to start something, if you want to change your life to different subject, and if you want to learn something, if you want to become somebody, and keep going, you're going to get there. Don't keep stop on the way because of your own inner chattering or whatever the mind start to tell. It happened. So that's why you need that strength to focus to one thing and go deeper and digging one well rather than going to one well and then the next, then the next, like that way. So in our countries, in like in Sri Lanka, in India, when there are temples, like different Hindu temples, they go and break coconut. For good things and for the bad things, for both, they break coconut. The very meaning of breaking coconut in a temple, what it tells. Inside the sweet water in this coconut, the covered with this hard shell. So when you go to temple with the coconut and you break it and you see how the water flash, and it giving you a wisdom for you to understand without breaking your hardship, without breaking that all the difficulties, without breaking that all the barriers, you cannot get into the success. That is the very meaning of the breaking coconut and giving the understanding wisdom. So you have to go with the hard things to get into the sweet water. You have to break the hard shell to get into the sweet water. So same thing with the spiritual life, with the meditation or anything in life. Even in come to relationship, even it come to that all other the things in we do in day-to-day life. So whatever difficulties come, go with it, go with it, go with it until it getting to the bottom. And don't give up because of your inner chattering or because of laziness. If there is any other reason, and then it is okay to change. But because of the laziness, because of your own inner chattering, don't give up. It will never end until you attain to Nibbana. This chattering will keep going, keep going, keep going. So with that, I bless upon with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe tatta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang Asavakkayavang otu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.
Thank you.